Friday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, actually, I was running the other day in Howard Amon Park, and I got a glimpse of that playground equipment.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty cool. I'm pretty jealous. If I was a kid, I'd be all over that.
Sure, and I think a lot of folks might want to get their children out to playgrounds here in the next couple of days, as we are going to continue to see mostly dry weather and maybe some summer-like temperatures. As we wake up this morning in Yakima, we are seeing mostly clear skies. It's a morning that is not quite as cold as mornings prior, sitting at 36 degrees right now. Let's take a look at our weather headlines today going forward. We are going to be very warm for today and tomorrow. The warmest temperatures of 2025 coming our way. Warmest temperature so far of 2025 coming our way, that is. For the weekend, we will be mostly dry and blustery at times, most of us seeing our winds peak on Sunday, and then there could be some shower chances next week. We'll talk more about all three of these weather headlines coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Kittitas County. An Ellensburg man is facing vehicular assault charges again for a three-vehicle wreck on Vantage Highway in 2022 that left another driver seriously injured. The man had been previously charged in 2024, but the case was dismissed in February. However, it returned to Kittitas County Superior Court after prosecutors said that recently received toxicology reports showed he had methamphetamine in his system at the time of the wreck. Allegedly, the Ellensburg man was headed east when he crossed the center line and hit another vehicle head-on. His vehicle then hit an SUV, knocking it into a ditch. After investigating, deputies concluded that he was intoxicated. During his arraignment on April 17th, he pled not guilty to vehicular assault. His trial is scheduled to start June 9th. And a wild scene late yesterday morning on Interstate 82 when a police pursuit ended in a fiery crash. The Benton County Sheriff's Office posted these pictures from the scene. Multiple calls reported a silver van swerving across both lanes, even hitting a semi at one point. Deputies tried to pull over what they believed to be an intoxicated driver, but that driver took off until spike strips deployed by a school resource officer took out the van's tires. And the driver continued on rims until eventually stopping. Even after the fire sparked, the driver at first refused to get out, but deputies were able to pull him out and take him into custody. Luckily, no one was seriously injured. Deputies believe the driver was under the influence of alcohol and narcotics. Charges are pending. And new details on the Franklin County Jail after county commissioners voted to create the Franklin County Department of Corrections, stripping away control from the sheriff's office. So far, transitioning the jail from the control of the sheriff's office to the new Department of Corrections has been smooth, but the same can't be said about security at the Franklin County Courthouse, which includes access to the jail. Sheriff Jim Raymond has said the commissioners will need to get a court order commanding him to release control.
Board of County Commissioners can create their own Department of Corrections and all those type of things, but beyond that, I'll facilitate that until given otherwise, but I'm also going to contest that through the courts.
Now, the commissioners have filed an injunction, but the Franklin County Superior Court judges have all recused themselves, citing a conflict of interest, according to Commissioner Stephen Bauman. Now, we were able to catch up with Keelan Harmon yesterday, who left the sheriff's office to take charge of the newly formed Department of Corrections. Although Harmon didn't want to talk on camera, he did say Sheriff Raymond has been cooperating with him to keep things running smoothly. He says he is extremely proud of all of the jail staff who are working hard to keep everything operational, and will continue to follow this and bring you updates as we get them. We're going to switch gears this morning because a unique program is highlighting STEM careers to students in our region. More than 70 students from Jefferson Elementary took to the greens of the Columbia Point Golf Course yesterday to use the area as an environmental learning lab. Organizers say the event gives students hands-on learning for multiple career fields.
For a golf course, we do a lot of technology, science, engineering, and math. This is just a way to kind of put that application to the forefront.
Now, the students also got an introduction to the Benton County Humane Society and how they support the community as well. Construction on a playground in a Richland park is nearing completion as crews make the final touches. The remodel of the playground at Howard Amon Park has been in the works for over a year after plans were drafted and parts were ordered. Many pieces, though, were delayed, postponing the park's grand opening until after the winter.
Howard Amon Park is kind of the crown jewel of our park system. We know that the vast majority of our community members visit it at least once a year. It's where we hold a lot of festivals and events, and so it's just this really active part of our park system. We've got the beautiful trail along the river, so having a wonderful playground is really important to us.
Now, the grand opening for the new playground is scheduled for May 16th. Jefferson, that's about 3 weeks away from today.
Sure.
Given the fact that these are pretty hopping in terms of the spring-like conditions, the sun, this warm temperatures, I'm hoping we continue this trend even to that opening day.
Well, hopefully we can, but of course that is a long way away, far past our forecasting ability will allow us to see. But today it is going to be another pretty nice day. There is going to be a few more clouds in the sky today, especially by the time we get to the afternoon hours, but temperatures today are going to be much warmer than days prior, climbing into the potentially low 80s in the Tri-Cities, which those would be our first 80-degree days of the year so far. Now, there is going to be a slight change of showers for the Blue Mountain foothills this evening. We will talk about what your weekend forecast is looking like coming up.